Hello guys, this is Xiong and I'm back again for another movie review. Today I'm going to be doing a review on All Eyez on Me, a story about Tupac Shakur, about his growing up, about his life, about his career. So that is the sum of the stories. So what did I like? The pros of this movie would be the music of the 90s. I don't know if you grew up in that in the 90s. I did. I certainly remember most of the music. It captures the 70s, the 80s, and the 90s. It's captured the 30 years of that time frame. The clothing, the style, the language, the language of how they speak. So it captures it. I'll show a little bit of the rap game, not so much as Straight Outta Compton. This was just a little bit, but it do show a lot of the life of a rapper. You know, there's parties, there's drugs, there's sex, there's gambling. You know, there's a lot of drinking, that sort of thing. The party life, so to speak. And then it also showed a little bit of studio recording that we don't always get to see as music listener. You know, we don't get to see the artist in the studio rapping, smoking weed, doing drugs, and then doing a studio recording. We never see that. None, not ever. And we do get to see it, but it's just glimpses. This really kind of shows what's kind of really going on. And it also shows that some of these rappers are full of egos and full of macho. You know, they demand respect. They demand I'm better than that guy. You know, that sort of thing. That and most of these guys are not real. I guess I wouldn't say thugs, but they act like thugs in a way. They have that thug mentality. So, and it kind of shows us a glimpse of the ghetto where Tupac was living in Cali. You know, it was like there was murder. There was when they first moved into his apartment, the guy was got stabbed a few times, and it was drug dealing, that sort of stuff. So you get to see how bad it was. So. And the pros, I don't really have much pros because it is based on a true story, and that is kind of what's holding it back. That is based on a true story, and you're not allowed to have creative freedom or creative story structure, creative scene design, creative emotion, impact, creative dialogue, creative scene, that sort of things. Because they're drawing everything from the start, the life of a rapper. And I granted, I respect the falling to the teeth, and I really do. But to me, it felt like it wasn't impactful. It wasn't like I was into it. It wasn't feel like it was new. It didn't feel like I was involved in the story. It felt that I was outside of the story, not inside of the story. So that was kind of like my issues. Even though the movie did a wonderful portrayal of Tupac and the people surrounding him, to me it felt just didn't have that that feel like Straight Outta Compton feel, where that they were hungry to make it out, and this was just slowly developing the story. Just didn't have that fire, didn't have that passion, didn't have that motivation, that hunger that a rapper had, and the movie should reflect that. The hungerness of a rapper, and didn't really have that. So that's kind of the thing. So based on true story could be a good and a bad thing, depending how the director and the writer take it. So, and another thing that I don't really think that it was great, but the performance wasn't great. It wasn't like exemplary. It wasn't like, oh wow, this is a movie that deserved a Oscar award winning, you know, pictures or actors. It just felt bland. It felt like, yeah, they did an okay job. They went with the flow and they did it. That was it. They didn't really take the exemplify or be one like Tupac. Well, our main character, he looks like Tupac, but he doesn't shine like Tupac, so to speak, talk like Tupac, act like Tupac. He does try to, but he doesn't capture that charisma of Tupac, you know. So that's why it's just like a little bit lack there. I want to say a movie that's great example would be Straight Outta Compton. That's the one thing I could think of, is that they exemplified it, they copy it, they even walk and talk and think like one. You know, they show their hungerness, they show the way they were, and here just kind of lack that. It just lack that creative, that shine. I keep saying shine because Tupac at the time really shined. So those are the two things that I could really say that are common to the movie. So on that final note, guys, I want to thank you for your time and effort to watching my videos. I really appreciate it. Please like, thumbs up, share, subscribe to my YouTube channels. Obviously, more content to come as I plan more to come as time is given to me. So I want to give this movie a 5 out of 10. Again, a 5 out of 10. It's not great. It's not bad. It's one of those movies where it could have done better. So there on that note, thank you guys.